Hello everyone, welcome to a new video on sandbox mode, and today we're going to take a look at the new roles that got added recently. It's not like my how to play a series, but I will give you some general information. I will give you some hints, so yes, you can compare it with my how to play is videos, but it's just less focused on the gameplay. And I will rate the roles as well. So 5 new roles got added and one has returned, that's the Beast Hunter. I will maybe explain that one in another video, but I'm not having the time today. So let's take a look at the other 5 roles. Before we go on, I will say that I would love to hear something of you in the comments. If you like this, leave a like and consider subscribing, of course, if you want to see more of this content. I also have a Discord server. I will put the link in the description, and I have a nice channel in that one. It's called Daily Dilemma, and I'm going to post a daily dilemma in that channel, so then we can talk about it. You can give your opinion, and yes, sometimes the discussions can be really nice, probably. And yes, the daily dilemmas are of course about Werewolf Online, and in the future maybe about other things too, but at the moment I got enough dilemmas for Werewolf Online. And if you want to join my gameplay video on Sunday, you can add me in the game. My username is HypoCityGames with capital letters H, C and G. However, when I'm going to record with others, I will announce it in my Discord server and not in Werewolf Online. So if you want to join it, you can add me as friend, but you have to join my Discord server as well. So the first role I'm going to talk about is the Pacifist. And the Pacifist belongs to the village team and his power is that he can reveal someone else's role. When you are doing this, however, there will be no voting, which can be the downside. In some cases it's also a nice thing. So some hints for this. The first hint is don't reveal someone's role at the first day. If it is getting confusing because a werewolf, fool and seer are suspecting each other, then you can use your ability, but not just random. Please don't do that. This will make clear who is lying and who is not, which can be useful into the info for the rest of the game. Realize though that no one will get killed the first day, and that's dangerous because all evil people will make it to the second night then. The second hint I got for you is don't reveal the role if one person is asking for it. So for example, if 9 asks the role of let's call 5, and 9 can do that because he is a werewolf and he doesn't want that the pacifist reveals his role, so he asks for a reveal on another person. This can be really bad. Sometimes you will just reveal the gunner or for example, and the gunner has no one to shoot, and yes, that will be nice for the werewolves to know. And it's actually also comparable with the shaman. If the shaman is saying in the chat, hey seer, check, and that one, and the shaman will enchant that person, and you will see that the seer says it the next day that this person is shaman. But of course, please don't check that person then, if you are the seer and someone asks for another's role. So yes, the third hint I got for you is how longer you wait with revealing, how more use it might have. Imagine a situation with 4 people at the end, and you are the pacifist, and the actual werewolf claims to be the pacifist too. You can prove yourself by revealing the other's role because you showed that the other was lying. Keep in mind though that there will be no voting, and if you don't have a gunner or jailer with ammo, or you have not enough people left, you can still lose. Yes, because 4 people, if you had like 3 people and one is the werewolf, and yes, there will be no voting, so the werewolf won't die. The werewolf is going to kill someone of you, and it's just a 1v1, and in that case the werewolves won. So yes, that can be really bad. And now I'm going to talk about the VIT rating. I introduced that term here, and it means variety importance tactical rating. For variety, I give this role a 3 out of 5 because it's not the most variable role. You just have some different ways, but it's not enough actually to play in many ways. It's getting boring sometimes. So for importance, I give this role also a 3 out of 5 because it's not important at all. Yes, it can be important late game and it can be important to clarify some confusing situations in the beginning. But yes, you can also save the seer by this, but it's not the most important role. Actually, a seer, a gunner, medium, jailer, etc. are so much more important, and protectors as well, maybe. So for the tactical, I give this role a 3 out of 5 too, because it's not the most tactical role and you don't have many tactical possibilities. So now we are going on to the next role. The next role is the zombie. The zombie is similar to the sect leader, which I have highlighted earlier on my channel. The zombie team starts at one person, but this person can bite another player every single night. The downside is that the bitten players will not instantly convert, but you have to wait throughout the whole day and the next night. So there is a chance that this person you bit is already dead at the time it would convert. So if you bite someone in the first night, this person will convert at the end of night 2. The 3 big differences between the sect leader and the zombie are: in the first case, that bitten players will lose their function. If you are bitten as a gunner, you won't have your function anymore once turned into a zombie. The second difference, however, is a big advantage. You will be able to talk at night with other zombies, which will allow you to have time for a plan and more influences on who joins. The third difference is an advantage too. You will not die as a group if the original zombie dies. If the sect leader dies, the whole sect dies. But in this case, it's not like that, which will allow you to survive as a group for a long time. I got some hints too. In the first night, you should just bite a random player. If this player can't be bitten, you will see this at the daytime. The player is probably evil, which grants you some nice information. During my game, I also come to know that 9 is werewolf because I was not able to bite him. After the first night, it also looks like the sect leader. Don't reveal yourself, but if people are really asking for it, just reveal yourself. You're actually not a big danger because no one gets killed by your team. If we're talking about who to bite, you should bite people without a big use. I like to bite the gunner without ammo, a protector or a cupid. These people are less likely to be killed by the werewolves or are not werewolf themselves. Now about the VIT rating again. I give this role a 3 out of 5 for variety because you have not that many variations on this role and you just have to bite every night. But you can bite different people, of course. You can bite how you want. For the importance, I give this role only 1 out of 5 because you are not important for any team. All zombies have the same ability. That doesn't make you special, and you are also not a person that will be helped by the village. For the tactical, I give this role 2 out of 5 because you can lie about your role, but it's not really necessary. There are also not many ways that lead to victory as zombie. In general, I give this role a 3 out of 5 because of the aspect of having an extra team, which I really like. But I'm still hoping that there will be a mix of the sect leader and the zombie team, in which you can talk with others, but there will be a limit on how big the group is, and everyone remains within their function. And I don't know if it should be like the sect leader, that when the sect leader gets killed, everyone gets killed. So being a zombie yourself doesn't mean much actually, and it would be nice if there was a bigger danger with the zombies for the village. The third role is the bomber. This one is my favorite one that got added, and it's in the same category as the serial killer and the arsonist, solo roles that can kill others. The bomber can place bombs in the first, third, fifth, seventh, ninth, etc. and they will explode in the second, fourth, sixth, eighth, etc. You can place the bomb on whoever you want, and the 2 people next to this person will also be hit. You can see the direction of the bomb by those obvious exploding particles on your targets, and you can also change the direction by tapping on the center target again. Once the bomb is placed, it will explode after 10 seconds in the next night, and it doesn't matter if you are in jail or not. In fact, you can be freed from jail by your own bomb, because you can blow up the jailer during the night. Now for the hints. In the first night, you should place it randomly, but if people are going offline or they are empty spaces, don't place the bomb there. You have to try to be as efficient as possible by trying to kill 3 people each time. Once it turned day, you should never reveal yourself. It's just like the werewolves, the serial killer, arsonist, and other evil roles. And you have to be silent, try to convince others that you are not the bomber if they do a roll call, and try to kill as many as possible. Keep in mind though that you have three targets, and if 2 people are being suspicious and they both get votes, go for the one that is not in your own targets. This will grant you an extra kill. Important to know is that the werewolf can kill a bomber, so try to stay friends with them for a long time. For the VIT rating, I give this role 4 out of 10 on variety because you got different ways to play and every game has interesting spots. Spots where 3 important roles can be hit in one fuse. Of course, you will not know where the interesting people are, but sometimes it can be really obvious. For the importance, I give this role a 4 out of 10 too, because you are the only and so most important one on your team and everything is about you as bomber. The others are not likely to help you though. For the tactical part, I give this role a 3 out of 5 because it's tactical in some way, but the arsonists and serial killers are more tactical than the bomber. In general, I give this role a 4 out of 10. It's not my favorite role of the game, but it's my favorite new role. With another type of killer, this game is doing. The 4th role is the tough guy. The tough guy is similar to the bodyguard, but it has one big disadvantage and a decent advantage if you compare it to the bodyguard. As with the bodyguard, you have the option to protect someone at night. If you were a bodyguard, you would lose one of your 2 shields. And yes, that means that you can get attacked twice and then you die, and not in one time. The tough guy actually only has 1 shield, which means it will die by the first attack. But the tough guy is tough and strong, as the name says, which means he will slowly bleed and he will survive the attack for 1 day. If he or the protected person got attacked, he will die at the beginning of the next night anyway. The only thing that is so special about the tough guy is that he gets to know who attacked him. This means he knows one of the werewolves now and he should always reveal it. It doesn't matter if the werewolf you know doesn't die at daytime, because once you die, the rest will see that you were tough guy and that you were true about the werewolf. Now for some hints. In the first night you have the option to protect someone. It's not always smart to protect in the first night because you may just protect a useless person as the cupid and the werewolves might just randomly attack him. It's better sometimes to protect in the second night if you know who is the seer. This will also grant the beast hunter to move their trap to the seer, which will take a night. And yes, that is pretty nice to be a temporary protector. When someone asks your role, you just have to reveal it, because it's not important to keep it secretly. In fact, if you are the trusted tough guy, people will accept your info once you got attacked. The last hint is more like a requirement than a hint. Always reveal the person that attacked. Sometimes the village won't go for this person because you are not trusted yet or there's another target, but your info is 100% true when you died. For the rating, I give this role a 2 out of 5 for variety, because there are not that many ways to play and it might become boring. This role deserves a 3 out of 5 because you got 2 useful one-time functions, protecting and seeing. You could prevent the seer from dying and you can also betray a werewolf. But once you did your job, you are actually useless and there is no reason to be revived once death. I give this role a 3 out of 5 for tactical because the knight and the person you protect can be really tactical, but you are not a big tactician. In general, this role gets a 3 out of 5 because it has a cool combination of protecting and seeing, which is not seen anywhere else, but that's the only thing, yes, about this role. The rest is just useless. final role for today is the Seer Apprentice. This role is another type of seer, but on the other hand, it's not. It's a weaker version of the regular seer, because you are only seer when the other seer is dead. You will still be targeted though by the werewolves, which won't grant you a nice position in the beginning at all. Once you become the real seer, you will see a seer emblem in your screen, and you will also appear as seer right now, instead of Seer Apprentice. Now for some hints. In the beginning, when you are not seer, you just have to do nothing, and you should also not reveal your role. But be aware of one thing. The wolf seer can abuse the Seer Apprentice role. So if you fear for that to happen, it's better to reveal yourself as Seer Apprentice as soon as possible. Once the original seer died, you have to act as seer, and if you didn't reveal yourself earlier, you have to do that real quick. Otherwise, people might think you are werewolf seer, fool or headhunter. If the seer or medium already revealed you, you should just act as regular seer. I actually don't have many hints for this one right now, but there will be a tutorial really soon on my channel on the seer roles, and yes, if you want to check that one out, subscribe to my channel, and yes, hit the notification bell. Now for the ratings. I give this role a 2 out of 5 for variety, because it has not many ways to play and you just have to act as seer and don't stay silent. I give this role a 4 out of 5 for importance, because in the beginning, or sometimes the whole game, you were not important at all. So actually, in that case, it's just a 1 out of 5 only, but later on you will be the seer, which is possibly the most important villager that exists. So then you will be worth a 5 out of 5. I give this role a 3 out of 5 for tactical, because there are not many tactical things on this role, but you will have to make the decision if you want to stay silent or reveal yourself quickly. This is definitely a tactical decision. In general, I give this role only a 3 out of 5, because it's another type of seer, which is nice, but it's literally less important than the real seer. It's not very nice to play a Seer Apprentice, but it's nice if you become the real seer. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video on the 5 new roles that get added recently. If you did like this video, you can rate it in the comments, and if you do really like this content, you can also subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell, join my Discord, in which we have discussions sometimes, and yes, it's really nice if you have an opinion about Werewolf Online, or just specific things in Werewolf Online, but also about your personal life, of course. You can join my Discord. It's definitely the place to be. And if you want to play with me, you can also add me on Werewolf Online. My game name is Hypo City Games with capital letters HCG. I will see you later. Bye bye.